Alright. Hey YouTube and any other platform this ends up being on. I'm gonna give a top list real quick. Well, it may not be real quick, but it's gonna be a top list. I was recently asked to give my list of monster taming books and different novels and stuff that I've read. I'm currently working on a series right now, like not writing exactly, but a game. I was telling a friend about it, and they asked, "Hey, John, why don't you make a video of your top list?" So, without further ado, here's my top list. The first book on this list is an honorable mention. It is Summoner by Eric Vall. It's one that I have not read just yet, but everything I've seen about it makes me want to read it. The description is Griff never knew he was the most powerful summoner in the world until a rogue monster attacked his village. Now he's been recruited into the top magical academy. Beautiful women are breaking down his dorm room door, and the headmaster has big plans for him. Instead of summoners being maligned by society, Griff is in a position to make them revered and honored. There's just one problem. The most powerful fire mage in the academy wants to protect the status quo and will do anything to stop him. This novel has harem elements. So the only thing that's kind of stopped me from wanting to read this is the harem elements part. I'm not really a big fan of, harem especially in books. And so that's the only reason I haven't read this. Number 3 on the list is Devil Survivor Volume 1. Of course, there's more volumes, but they've also made this into a video game and an anime with Devil Survivor 2, the animation. So the mechanic for attaining a demon, which is what they call them, is you have to buy them off of an auction. And even if you buy them off the auction, there's also the fact that you have to possibly even barter with this demon in order to get it to join your team. But the thing is, you're using these demons to defeat other demons to try to stop the apocalypse, which is some kind of a cool concept. And my only issue with this is that the synthesizing system, it can sometimes, I don't know, make duds instead of amazing demons. Even though I guess that can be good in some games, but that's just not what I personally like. Um, Another good thing, but also could be a bad thing, is how dark the series is. You're messing with demons and the apocalypse. Of course, I don't really mind it in this sense because I'm solid. I feel solid in my beliefs that I'm okay with it. Next up on the list at number 2 is the Novice Summoner, which is written by Taran Matharu. I'm not too sure on how to say the last name, but Taran Matharu is how I'm going to say it. It's about this kid named Fletcher who's an orphan, but he's been working as a blacksmith's apprentice. One night, this kid has this book, and he goes out into a graveyard, and out of nowhere, pretty much summons a demon. Which in this world, demons are used as pets. They're used to battle. They're used for all sorts of things, especially battle. Well, the thing is, since he's an orphan, he's not really supposed to be able to do something like this, and he ends up getting attacked in the graveyard, and his demon fights back and almost kills a dude. And because of that, Fletcher has to leave the city and pretty much go into hiding. But while he's in hiding, he ends up pretty much being found out as a summoner, and so he is pretty much sent to a battle school in a sense. And there at this battle school, he becomes an amazing summoner, and he becomes such an amazing fighter. Um, I absolutely love the world that this author has created, and I would definitely read more if there was more than just the trilogy and the origin story. And I think that you guys would really love this, especially if you are into monster taming games and the monster taming genre as much as I am. Number 1 on this list is the Djinn Tamer series. Now, this is one of my favorite series, and I'm very biased towards this one, especially since I've been talking with the authors quite a bit in the past few days. I'm kind of partnering along with them for a project, but I'm not really going to talk about that right now. The story is about Jackson Hunt, who's this kid that grew up without his mother because his mother was a gynologist, is what they call it, which is someone who studies Djinn, which is the monsters in this world. And she went missing, and so he's been raised by his grandmother. Well, his grandmother will not allow him to have a Djinn of his very own, but the thing is, he absolutely loves them. It's what he wants most in the world. And well, I'm not going to spoil everything for you, but he does get a Djinn, and he tries to train to become an amazing tamer. But the thing is, the bank is about to pretty much take his house, the house that he grew up in, the house that his mother used to live in. And so he has to try to come up with ways to get the house all paid for, get the house back, and all that kind of stuff. Another thing I absolutely love about this world is that the monsters or the Djinn are just roaming around, kind of like in Pokemon, Digimon, and Monster Rancher. Now, in uh, Novice Summoner and in the very first one I mentioned, Devil Survivor, the monsters don't really roam around as much. You have to kind of they have to be summoned. So the fact that you can just encounter them throughout the world, I think that that's pretty great. So, in all, this is the number one book if you love monster taming or Pokemon type of genre. And just going to throw this out there, there may be a game coming out in about a year or so, so be on the lookout for that. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope that you take my recommendations. If you are interested in purchasing these, I have the link for all of these down in the description, whichever way it is for you. So it's in the description. So thanks for watching, guys. Have a great rest of your morning, afternoon, evening, lunchtime, whatever time you're watching this. Have a great one of those.